Are you tired of going on interview after interview and never getting the job? Are you frustrated because you've answered every question right and you still don't get a call back for that second interview? Well, maybe something happened or didn't happen before the interview even started. My name is Jil Jordan Greene. I am the CEO and president of the People Resource Group. We are a human resources consulting, leadership, and development firm. We are workforce and career management experts. And today, I'm going to unlock the secrets to teach you how to nail the interview even before it starts. So let's begin. There are several things you should consider even before your interview starts. And I'm going to walk through them one by one, so pay attention. Number one, I call this the acceptance phase. Everyone gets excited when they get that email that says, "We'd like to schedule you for an interview." This is where you accept and say yes. But how you say yes is very important because the interview starts right now. Make sure A, you reply quickly. Make sure B, use proper grammar, no emojis, no text speak. Make sure that the email is formal and proper. And C, make sure there's an upbeat and positive tone to your message. Even though it's probably someone's administrative assistant who's going to handle that email, she will carry your enthusiasm forward. For example, I always say, "Hey, Tom, thank you so much. I am so excited about the interview. Have a great day!" Exclamation point. Or, "Cindy, you rock. Without you, I wouldn't be able to get there on time. Have a great day!" Exclamation point. Listen, they can tell I'm excited and I appreciate them. I encourage you to nail the acceptance phase. This is really important. As an HR executive, a former VP of HR for many big companies, I have received thousands of emails from candidates who are accepting an interview with us. Listen, I pay attention to grammar. Is it correct? I pay attention to punctuation. I pay attention if they put in too many emojis. Why? It means they're too familiar. Listen, no text speak, no all caps. Make it brief, make it timely, and make it upbeat. An exclamation point will do just fine. And make sure you nail the acceptance phase. This next phase is called the wait. I love this phase because this is the phase where you can win the interview before it even starts. The wait is when you're in the lobby and you're waiting to be called. What are you doing during that time? Let me tell you what not to do. Don't take this time to catch up on phone calls with old friends. Don't take this time to call your mom and say, "Hey mom, I'm on an interview." Don't make any phone calls at all. Put your phone away, browse your resume, and prepare your answers. Look around your environment and find something to talk about once the person comes out to greet you. This is a critical phase. Why? Because the receptionist or someone you're unaware of is watching you. I remember I was in a lobby one time waiting for my interview, and there was a gentleman who walked through. He gave me a glance and I said, "Good morning." And he said, "Well, good morning." I said, "I love that tie. I'm going to have to get my husband one of those." Now, I was just being very friendly. I didn't know who this gentleman was, but I knew I was already on the interview. Well, lo and behold, later on, after all my interviews were complete, they said, "We'd like for you to meet our president." It was him. The gentleman that I had complimented his tie happened to be walking through the lobby, and it was him. What if I had been on my phone talking to a girlfriend? What if I'd been sitting out there, texting and looking unprofessional? Listen, your interview starts the minute you're in the lobby, so make sure you nail the wait phase. The next phase is the carry. How much is too much? Ladies, unfortunately, a lot of times we're the ones who get this wrong. Let me show you what not to do. In the carry phase, it's important that you limit your items to just one or two things. Now right here, you see I have my purse, which looks like a duffel bag, which probably is not the size of bag you want to carry into an interview. I have my briefcase, which also looks like a purse, right? Then I have my phone and my sunglasses. I have seen candidates over and over walk into my office like this. And then when they're getting ready to shake my hand, they say, "Hi, nice to meet you." And they're shifting and they're trying to pull themselves together. Listen, ladies, simple is best. for you to have more than one item that you actually walk into the office with when you're going to wait. So what you need to do is consolidate. If you have to bring your sunglasses in, which I think you should leave in the car, place them in your bag. Your cell phone. I know it's common for us to walk around and hold our cell phones in our hands, but not for your job interview. Place your cell phone and your sunglasses in your bag. Your bag should also be big enough to host your Padfolio, your notepad, which should also include your resume. Everything should be inside. Now let me show you what it should look like. The rule for the carry is one item, no more than two. You have your bag, and inside your bag is your cell phone, your Padfolio that should have your resume, extra paper for you to take notes, a pen, and that's it. And now you're clean, polished, and ready. Good morning, I'm Jil Greene. So nice to meet you. Our next phase is the meet and greet. Again, this is all before the interview even starts. Now, the purpose of the meet and greet is for you to immediately begin to create chemistry between you and the person who's going to interview you. You're in the lobby, and this is where it starts. The interviewer comes out, or Mr. Hiring Manager comes out to get you, and the first thing they say is, "Hi, are you Jill?" "Absolutely, good morning, it's so nice to meet you." Your greeting should be exciting, it should be powerful, and they should go, "Whoa, well, nice to meet you too." Now, as you begin to walk back to the place where you're going to get interviewed, begin to look around for something you can comment on. You want to create chemistry right away. Maybe it's her shoes. Maybe it's his tie. Once you walk into the office and sit down, immediately check out the desk and see what's there. There may be a book on CD sitting on his bookshelf, and you may say, "Oh my goodness, you like The Art of Execution?" I do too. I read that 2 years ago and it changed my life. Listen, this is all before the interview. The whole purpose is to create chemistry. Maybe there's a picture of her children. "Oh, are those your children?" Or, "Whose beautiful children are those?" She'll light up, "Oh my goodness, those are my grandchildren. We go skiing together." There may be a picture of art. "I see you're an art lover." Find one thing you can comment on and help create chemistry before the interview even starts. Now, this is really important. As an HR executive, I can't tell you how many interviews that I've conducted, and it's so refreshing when a candidate walks into my office and says, "Hey, I see that you have someone who runs track. My daughter also runs track," and we begin to have a great conversation about my daughter, the fact that she runs track. People love to talk about themselves, and now it feels like you're talking to a friend and not like you're on a job interview. So make sure you nail the meet and greet. Now on to the phase called the study. This is so important because what you study will show up when the interview has begun. You may ask, what should I study? There are at least 4 things I want you to study to make sure you're prepared for the interview. The company, the culture, the role you're interviewing for, and the actual interviewer, the hiring manager you're going to meet with. The company. You should know when the company was founded or when it started. You should understand the key services or products that they offer. You should have researched their competitors and know what they've been up against. You should go to YouTube and research some of their wins, things they've done really, really well, but also Google the company. Find out what challenges they've had over the last 3 to 5 years. Culture is also very important. Every company has listed on their website their mission, their vision, and their values, which give you indicators of what their culture is like. Most companies have employee videos on their websites that show employee activities or benefits they have available, or nonprofit organizations they support. There are lots of indicators that can give you an idea of what the culture is like, but it's important that you understand what it is. The role. It's important that you study the role that you are interviewing for. Where do you start? First of all, it starts with the job description that the company has posted on their website. But the next thing is you want to go further. You want to begin to research on what that role looks like in other companies. And once you've identified the role, you want to have prepared 3 to 5 examples for what the role is calling for. This is important. Every company will post a job description when they are hiring for a specific role. Take the job description and study it. and find out what those key roles and responsibilities are. Now, when you come to the interview, you should have 3 to 5 examples prepared to share that support each role and responsibility they're asking you for. This is so important. This tells us why you believe you think you can do the job. And lastly, it's the hiring manager, the person who's interviewing you. When you find out the name of the one who's going to give you your interview, you should immediately go to LinkedIn and study their background. Then, again, do a Google search or go to YouTube and find out what they've accomplished, find out what they've experienced, so you can already have those things in your arsenal and bring it up. Hey, Mr. Hiring Manager or Mrs. Hiring Manager, congratulations on that award you achieved last year. It's groundbreaking and innovative. That's awesome. I too have done something similar. That would be an awesome point to bring up in your interview. Or, hey, Mrs. Hiring Manager, I see that you also worked for X, Y, and Z company. I know someone who worked there. What that tells them is that you have prepared and you are ready to nail the study. Our next phase is the attire. Now, this is very important. I actually love this particular phase, and I think it's something we should talk about. I know, we're now in a day and time where we like to express ourselves through our clothing and through our hair, and I think that's awesome. However, in a job interview, this is not the place to be so creative. Wait till you get the job to see what the culture allows. In a job interview, I'm going to encourage you to play it conservative. Err on the side of caution. I would recommend that you wear dark colors, a navy blue or a black suit coat or a jacket, regardless if you're a man or a woman. Keep your blouse light. Make sure it's pressed, make sure it's cleaned, and you can opt as a woman, slacks or a skirt, men of course, slacks and nice shoes. Ladies, I'm going to encourage you to please watch your cleavage. Listen, again, how you dress outside of work is your own prerogative. Before the job interview, you want to be conservative. I have interviewed women where I could actually see the color of their bra, I could actually see their cleavage, and it was a very unprofessional look. Make sure that you are playing it safe. Let me show you what this looks like. Do this. Simple, dark, clean cut. Not this. Now I know what you're thinking, Jill, that's a really cute jacket, and guess what? It is. Custom designed by a young lady for a conference I attended. It's great. And guess what? The bag is okay too, but not for a job interview. The point is this. Just because it's a cute outfit doesn't mean it meets the standard of being ready for the attire phase for your job interview. You want to keep it simple and conservative. This has too many colors in it, right? It's not conservative. It's very trendy and jazzy. It looks nice, but I'm clashing all over the place. Now I'm ready for a few things. I'm ready for the fashion show. I'm ready to have a great time in the evening with my girlfriends. Even I can speak at a conference if I want, but this is not interview attire. Now for those of you who are saying, Jill, that all sounds great, but I'm not in a position right now to buy a suit, or I don't own a suit. That's okay. The attire phase is not just about owning a suit. Remember, it's about being professional. Listen, I was in a season in my life before where I actually would go to the Goodwill or the thrift store to find nice clothes. And I found a nice simple black dress just like this between $8 and $12. This allows me to still be conservative and professional looking, and no one knows how much I spent on my dress. Now, I also want you thinking about the carry phase, because the carry phase goes right along with the attire. Remember what I talked about, keeping it simple, what you have in your hands? If you see, I have a Padfolio in my bag. I can simply put the Padfolio in my bag, and I am ready to nail the attire phase. Our next phase is the posture. Posture is very important. It's the nonverbal body language that says, I am confident, I'm a professional, and I should be here. Poor posture can sometimes indicate you have low self-esteem. Poor posture can sometimes be an indication of how disorganized you are. Poor posture is not what you want to bring in on the first day of your interview? Let's take a look. The way that you sit says you are all about business, or it says you have no business being in the room. This is what you don't do. My body language speaks of me being too comfortable or not professional or formal enough. Now this posture is good for watching television at home, maybe with popcorn and my favorite movie, but it is not proper for an interview or a business meeting. I'm too relaxed, I'm slouched, and my hips are almost off the chair. This is what proper posture looks like. You can do one or two things. One way you can achieve proper posture is making sure that your hips are all the way to the back of your chair, which will force you to sit up straight. If you're a woman, a lot of times crossing your legs at your ankles and moving yourself at an angle also helps you achieve the proper posture that you are looking for. Now it's proper because it forces your body to appear to be all the way at attention, which is what you want in an interview. You want to appear engaged and focused. Another way that we can achieve this is to pull your hips toward the end of your seat. And again, ladies, you can turn and cross your ankles, or you can just pull your hips to the end of your seat, legs together, hands on top of your portfolio or resume, and lean forward. This says, Mr. or Mrs. Hiring Manager, I'm ready for the interview. Don't do this. Yeah, I'm going to the party too. Yeah, I can't wait. I have a cute dress and I have some cute shoes. All right, girl. Or this. Yeah, you look good. Or this. During the wait, don't use that time to make personal phone calls. Don't use that time to primp in the mirror, go to the bathroom, and please don't use that time to take a nap. Our last and final phase is called the attitude. Yes, that's important as well. If you've noticed, we haven't yet talked about answering questions in the interview. These are all things that you should nail really before the interview even starts. Your attitude is your calling card. It's your aura. It's the excitement that you bring into the room. You must always be positive, even if speaking about an unfortunate situation. You want to smile often. You want to nod your head as if you're listening and very engaged, and you want to lean forward. Attitude is verbal, but it's also nonverbal. And when all else fails, make sure you smile. Get ready and nail the attitude. Thank you for joining us today. Do me a favor. I'd like for you to reflect over the 8 phases that we discussed today and decide which one is most impactful for you. Tell me about it in the comment sections below. The next thing I'd ask you to do is to contact an advisor or mentor and ask them to rate you on how you're doing on these 8 phases, 1 to 5. 5 meaning you're doing great, 1 meaning you have work to do. And if you'd like even more help, I'm offering the opportunity for folks to have a mock interview session with me. We'll do a video face-to-face interview session and I'll give you great feedback. We're only going to choose 2 people, so make sure you register below right away. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe.